The story that you are about to see deals with graphic and uncomfortable situations. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Hello folks, George here. I hope you're doing all right. We had a little snow yesterday, and I thought today I'm going to get out and doing a little adventure, and I thought I would take you with me. This here, pretty. Love this area here. This area is the green belt, located in Maryville, Tennessee. They call it Maryville. It's actually pronounced Maryville, but us locals here, we call it Maryville. But today's adventure, and I wanted to share it with you, and I thought that you might find it intriguing. And what I call it is simply called ghost graving. Now, it's kind of the paranormal activity type thing that I do. Now, I've been doing this for years, and it's a hobby. But I thought that today would be a great day. I'm going to turn this around. How pretty that is. To just get out on the trail, and I have to be real careful because it's really slick here. But to get out on the trail and enjoy the day first of all, and then of course go do a little ghost scraping. So let me explain just a little bit of what ghost graving is. You know, a lot of people when they go looking for ghosts and stuff, you know, especially the paranormal activity folks, they'll go to like graveyards. Most of the time it's usually at a graveyard. But then again, a lot of times they'll find like haunted places, like haunted houses and stuff. And that is fine. And I know there's a lot of people out here that don't believe in all that stuff, but there's a lot of people that do believe in it, and I'm one of them. But there was a lady that I grew up next to down the street in my neighborhood, and her name was Marilyn, and she was a psychic. Well, at least that's what I called her. I don't know if she ever even claimed to be a psychic, but she did read cards, and she believed in spiritual beings and stuff. And well, every time I'd talk to her, there'd be a unique, different story, and she'd tell me, well, if you ever want to look for spirits, do this and do that. So anyway, years ago I had came up with a thing called ghost graving, and pretty much what it is, and this is what Marilyn would say, you can go to a location where somebody passed away, and sometimes you can, and that's your better chance of getting a better field of energy of of a spirit, if you will. Now I know that there's a lot of folks, like I said, that don't believe it and believe in this kind of thing, but I do. Ice coming down through there. It's cold. Yeah, it's beautiful here. So I thought today that I would share with you a little bit about the ghost graving part of this adventure. Now, I want to tell you and just be upfront with you and give you a fair warning that the story I'm going to share with you today is not a kindly Casper the Ghost kind of haunt, if you will, or spirit finding or ghost graving, but it's a tragic story that happened on this trail that I'm on. And this happened 10 years ago, and it was a real tragedy, but it's sad that it had to happen, or that it did happen. But I thought I would share it with you, and I thought that we would go to the location where this took place, where this person, well, left this earth. Their last location they left this, their spirit left this location, left the earth, and just see if we get any kind of messages. Oh, get up this hill here. It's so pretty here. So anyway, I thought today, since it's a beautiful day, this is Sunday, February the 1st, 2026. And it's almost been 10 years since this tragedy happened. And we're getting close to the location. But let me tell you just a little bit about the story of what happened about this young man. So this is right at the location of where this happened. And the young man's name was Joseph Dillon French.
Search is underway for 16-year-old Joseph Dillon French. The Blount County Sheriff's Office says he assaulted a guard at the Blount County Juvenile Detention Center this evening, grabbed her gun, and took off. 10 News anchor Aaron Wright is in Maryville tonight, where the search continues. And Aaron, authorities say French is considered to be armed and dangerous.
Beth, that's right. Several agencies here working tonight, including KPD, the Blount County Sheriff's Office, using canines and helicopters in the search for French this evening. He was being held here at the Blount County Jail inside the juvenile detention facility when he attacked a female guard who's said to be in her 60s with the porcelain top of a toilet. And I can tell you, we've seen the video of that attack tonight, and it is violent and disturbing. Afterwards, French goes for a locked gun that was locked inside of a lockbox and points that gun at the female officer. Fortunately, there were no bullets inside that gun, and the bullet was not in the chamber. French then takes off running. We talked to Sheriff James Berrong tonight. He says French is considered armed and dangerous. Authorities say French hit that female officer with the porcelain toilet again, took off with the gun that was inside her lockbox, and Again, that officer is being treated tonight at UT Medical Center for lacerations to her head. We just got an update from Sheriff Berrong, who says she has 5 staples but is expected to be okay.
Now, let me turn this around. This bridge right here that you're seeing, that is a new bridge. It was not there 10 years ago, and nor was this one either. There was actually an older bridge that was right on down the way there. But in this location here, well, this is this is where Joseph Dillon French left the earth for the last time. Yeah. So what happened? Why did this happen? You know, that's something I don't know if we'll ever get answers for. But on February the 20th, 2016, Joseph had gotten arrested, and he stayed in trouble a lot of his teenage years. Now, Joseph was 16 years old when this happened. So, on February the 20th, 2016, over at the Blount County Courthouse in the Juvenile Center, that evening, there was a young man by the name of Joseph that went in, and they took him into the juvie. But he escaped. Now, here is a news video of this, and just to remind you, or just to let you know, it is graphic, the story.
Body of a 16-year-old boy who deputies say attacked a juvenile detention officer was found this morning near downtown Maryville. Joseph French escaped from the Blount County Courthouse last night, where he was being held on 2 violations of truancy charges. Multiple law enforcement agencies teamed up to help search for French through the night on Friday.
These popular greenway trails run throughout the city, and last night the search party found Joseph French's shoes on a greenway path near the county courthouse. And this morning they found his body less than a half-mile away from where his escape started.
A 24-second video shows the violent attack on a female Blount County Juvenile Corrections officer and the escape of 16-year-old Joseph Dillon French. French attacks her with the porcelain top of a toilet, his own hands, and then the officer's own gun.
We went over the lockbox, got the key out, retrieved her weapon, pointed at her, and pulled the trigger. Fortunately, she did not have one in the chamber, so it did not go off at that time.
French then runs out the door, launching a nearly 12-hour manhunt spanning several miles. Just after the sun rose, a photographer found the body of French on a popular greenway trail just a 5-minute walk away from the county courthouse.
It was a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
What's left for investigators to determine is what happened from 8 o'clock Friday night to 8 o'clock Saturday morning.
We'll be asking, requesting an autopsy order from the Attorney General's office, General Flynn, and once that's secured, we'll have a little better idea on the time of the day.
So when they found Joseph, it was right in this location. And it's really tragic to me to know the story. I remember the story very well, and I was thinking to myself that, you know, it's just so sad that somebody had, you know, some kid that had the rest of his life decided that, you know, things were not looking good for him. And trust me, there's always a better way. There's always something the next day, okay, that's either going to make it better or even make it wonderful. You just got to know that. But anyway, so here we are at the location. And I thought, at least, if nothing else, we can see if we can get some kind of message. Maybe he can come through of some of the things that I have, and maybe, you know, communicate. Maybe he has something to say to his family. You know, anything. But that is what ghost graving is to try to go to the location of where somebody's last known life on this earth was, and just to see if there's any kind of spiritual activity that you can get, phenomenon activity, paranormal. Okay, so let me show you what I have when I go on these adventures for ghost graving. I don't have a whole lot of equipment, but I do have some that I carry with me. And this right here is a RF meter. RMF. It will pick up energy, and if there's like something that's not electrical or something in the area, then a lot of times that means that could be a phenomenon or a paranormal activity that's in presence here. I always carry a bell. Now, the reason I carry a bell, a lot of people don't realize this, but you know, a bell, well, Marilyn always told me that a bell is kind of like a signal to your spirits. Sometimes the spirits may go wandering off, your angels, your spirits, and well, a bell, if you ring the bell, they know to come back to you. So you always want to kind of keep your spirits close by, and you want to get rid of the evil spirits, if there's any in presence here. And the bell supposedly brings back your good angels and your spirits and gets rid of the evil spirits, if there is any. Another thing I carry is, of course, a cross. It never hurts to have a cross with you. Now, you can have any cross. I just picked this up at a thrift store. Bad spirits, go away. Yes. And the other thing I carry is a little number block. You can use a dice. I use this, or sometimes I use a dice. And finally, I have the message bag. And this is, let's open here so you can see. There is a ton of messages in here. And we'll use this here in just a few minutes. Okay, so I have the meter here, and I'm going to turn it on. I don't know if you can see when I turn it on. Oh, there we go. And we'll just see if we get any kind of activity. And if we do, it could be meaning that there's some sort of a presence here. Okay, so we're just going to walk around. Joseph Dillon French. If you're here, if your spirit is here, young man, you can communicate with the devices that I have here. You don't have to be afraid. If you can let me know if your energy is here, if your presence is still here. Now, if his presence is here, this will go off. Well, if the energy is here, this should give some kind of indication. Now, Joseph, if you are in this area, you can let us know, and this will go off. Now, Another device that I use is the Hope Spirit Box out. And I know a lot of you would say, oh, come on. I know, but I have had this to say things that is really, really, it's hard to explain. So we're going to use this. And how this works, you choose what voice you want and all. And I know it seems gimmicky, but I'm telling you, things do come through here. So let's just give it a try and see if we can get any kind of reading from Joseph. So Joseph Dillon French. Young man, if you're here, I have a device here. And you can speak in this device, in my phone. If you would like to send some sort of message, you can speak to this. So if you're here, can you please give us some kind of something, some kind of message that you're here. Did you hear that? I just heard the bell. It wasn't my bell either. Joseph, are you here? Joseph? Joseph, is that you? Joseph? Joseph Dillon French. Is this you? My name is George. Joseph, if this is you, can you tell us, can you say hello? Say hello? Did you say hello? No. You didn't? What did you say? Yes, it sounds like am I alone? Yes, Joseph, I am alone. There is nobody. Let me pan this around. Joseph, there is nobody around other than just the vehicles and me and this equipment. And if you can communicate, I don't think there's. If you can communicate, I don't know what that said. Joseph, I know what happened to you. And if you can just talk to me, talk to us. I'm making a video and people just want to know if you would like to say something to maybe your family. I hurt. Sound like he said, I hurt. Did you hear that? It sounded like he said, I hurt. Joseph, are you okay? How are you on the afterlife? Oh my gosh. Say it again. Sound like he's fine? Oh my gosh. Okay. Joseph, would you like to say something to your family? Some sort of message? She? Are you trying to talk to your mom? Oh, wow. You miss her? That's what it sounded like, miss her. Joseph, are you sorry for what you did? You regret? Are you sorry? Yes, so? You know, I know that was a tragedy of what happened to you in your life, and I just wanted to come out here and just try to communicate with you, with your spirit. And if any of your family members are watching, I know that they miss you dearly, and I know it's been 10 years that this happened. Would you like to say something to your family? Just anything that we could maybe make out? Zoo? Or Zoom? Did you say Zoom? Like maybe going fast? Oh my gosh. Did you drive a car? Did you go fast in a car? Dillon, I'm going to go back and listen to this and try to decipher this. I do appreciate you being here. I know your family misses you. Would you like to say something final? I had to change locations. I had folks coming. These folks here, they did not know what I was doing, and I didn't tell them. Joseph, I feel like that I am able to communicate with you. I really am sorry for what happened to you. I'm going to ask you one more question on the device here, and would you like to say one final thing on this device? Love? Joseph, we will send love to your family, okay? Wow. Okay, so one final thing that I like to do is to get the message bag here. And so, Joseph, I have a message bag here. There's over 1,000 messages in this bag. And I'm going to roll this little number block. And if you could stop and the number and tell me what number of messages to get out of the bag that may be something you can communicate with. So let's just see here. 6. Oh my. Okay, 6 it is then. All right, help me, Joseph. Help me, Joseph, to pull out the messages here. We'll look at them here in just a few minutes. Well, there's 2 right there. Okay. This is 3. Joseph, help me. There's a message in this bag that you maybe can help communicate with somebody you know, maybe your family member. That's 4. 5. And 6. Okay, so I'm going to set this back here, and all right, so let's see what the first one could possibly be. Take my gloves off here. It says she is 10 years old. So you can see that. I hope you can. I'm not sure if it's picking it up. She is 10 years old. I'm going to put these back in the bag as I go. The next one is, he does not have a weapon. He does not have a weapon. Joseph, we know you don't have a weapon now. If that's what you're saying, we know. I wonder if he knew somebody that was 10 years old, though. The next one is, your animals are watching over you right now. Your animals are watching over you right now. I wonder if he had animals. Or maybe he's visualizing the family with their animals, maybe. I don't know. Alright, so this is the fourth one. I do not understand their language. You know, sometimes when you get that message there, I've had this before. I do not understand their language. So there may be something going on in the family that there's a language barrier. This could be a message to the family. It's the fifth one. You should definitely talk to a doctor. So they could be a family member. I mean, I'm not a physician, I don't know, but if someone in the family is not feeling well, you should definitely talk to a doctor. Oh my goodness. And finally, the final message here that's thrown out of the bag. Your upcoming travels seem to be okay. Your upcoming travels seem to be okay. Look at that there. So see, I hope you can see that. Your upcoming travels seem to be okay. So if there's somebody watching from this family and you guys were going to be taking maybe a travel or a trip or something, maybe that's it. I don't know. I feel like that a lot of times the spirits will communicate in so many different strange ways, you know. Okay, Joseph, if your spirit has been here with me, you are free to go. And I want to thank you so very much. So very much. If you were trying to communicate with us, I want to thank you. But you are free to go. And I only wish you the best in the afterlife. I hope that your afterlife is good. Or as good as it can be. So folks, that's you know, it's always interesting. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get with these readings. The RFM meter didn't do nothing. Well, I take that back. It did read up to about 33%. So, and sometimes that could be anything, but it did read that. When it goes up to like 70%, I believe, then it starts getting red and going crazy. So, well, you know, folks, I tell you, you know, going down this hill here, it's really slick. I felt like that I was getting some sort of energy in that location, and I I hate the fact of what happened to this kid. He was 16 years old, and I mean, whatever was going through his mind, it just, you know, something didn't seem right with him. Maybe he just didn't want to, he couldn't communicate with people, maybe, I don't know. But I just know that there's always better ways than what he did. There's always a better way, right? You know, I would tell somebody that's watching this, and if you've ever thought about doing something like that, that just remember, you can always talk to somebody. Go up and talk to a stranger. If you're, just say, hey, can I talk to you? If you can't talk to your friends, or if you can't talk to your family, and that happens a lot, just go up to a stranger. And you know what? If that doesn't work, if you have a dog, sit there and talk to your dog, or your cat, or your pet. There's always a better solution than what happened to this young man. And it happens way too often. But I find it interesting when I do these paranormal activity, the ghost gravings, because, you know, a lot of people, they want to know answers, and family members. I've had family members to actually say, hey, can you go and just see if you get pick up some kind of message or something, and I'll tell them, if I can, I will do it. And I don't charge anything. I don't do it for that. I just, you know, but I thought I would just bring you along and let you see what I do. And of course, if you want to see more of ghost graving videos like this, let me know in a comment, or let me know in a comment, say, hey George, you're crazy, stop doing that, you know. I don't mean I'm going to stop doing it, but, and I know I'm crazy to a certain extent, but I'm just saying that, you know, it's something that I don't know, I just feel like I'm compelled to do it sometimes, and try to, you know, get spirits and stuff. Now, like I said, I know it's not for everybody, and not everybody understands it. Oh, it's pretty. But, you know, I always tell people, I say, well, if you don't want to see something like that, well, there's 450 billion other videos on YouTube that you're more than welcome to go look at, and I would love for you to watch something that from my channel that you enjoy watching. But if you don't enjoy watching, I wouldn't want you to watch it. So, and you know, and that's just the way it is. You know, I understand. But I do find it intriguing, and I do find that it is very interesting of some of the stuff that comes up on this when you do the ghost graving. So I'm heading back, and I'm not sure when I will be doing another one, but let me know in the comments if you would like to see another ghost graving. Definitely let me know. And again, you know, I wish no disrespect to Joseph's family in any way. And I know sometimes that may be hard for people to understand, you know, what do you think the family would think about this? Well, I'm hoping that any of the family members did see this, that maybe they can get some kind of message, a positive message, you know. But I know that I will let you guys know when I have another video coming out. But I do enjoy, you know, doing different stories and different things about on the channel here. This makes it different. And I do, you know, I do a lot of videos, of course, as you know, about missing people, adults and children. And it always makes me sad when I see a child go missing, and especially if it's like a parent or a guardian that's done something to a child. And I will never understand that. I will never understand that. But if a story comes up and I feel like that my channel would be able to bring some kind of information or knowledge to a missing child or a missing person, then I feel like that's the story I want to do. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this to you today. Let me know in the comments, and I know some of you will, what you think about this. And I'm going to try to get down this snow-banked hill here, which is not too awful bad. But I want to try to get down this hill and get back. And I think they were trying to show off. There ain't no snow on the road up through there, I don't think. There may be a little ice, I don't know. But I just wanted to see, you know, do this today. It'd be something, this is something different. But anyway, folks, I think that I'm going to go ahead and call it a day today, and I really appreciate you folks watching. You just don't know how much it makes me feel to know that you folks tune in and see my crazy self and what I may be talking about. And if you know, if you will, just be on the lookout for my next video, whatever it may be. And I think, folks, until next time, and I hope all of you will be safe. And just remember, folks, I bless you. I wish you good peace. I wish you good wisdom. And above all, I wish you the freedom from any kind of suffering for you or your family or your friends. And just know that somebody out there loves you and will talk to you, and there's always a better way. And there's always a tomorrow. Thank you, folks, for watching. This is George, and well, I'll see you down the road. Bye-bye.